The film starts with a family, just a mother and her son Zach, moving to a new city. Zach wasn't thrilled about leaving New York, his old life behind. They arrive at their new house, and while Zach's unloading his luggage, he meets a girl his age, a neighbor named Hannah. She seems really friendly, and they introduce themselves. Suddenly, Hannah's father appears, sternly asking Zach what he's doing on their property and warning him to stay away from his daughter. Zach's taken aback. Back at his house, Zach is bringing in his luggage. He finds a photo of his late father, which brings a wave of sadness. The next day, Zach and his mom head to his new school. A boy there tells him about a party on Friday and invites him to come. Later, as Zach's returning home, he bumps into Hannah again. She apologizes for her father's behavior. Zach brushes it off, and Hannah suggests showing him around, taking him to a place he's never seen before, an abandoned amusement park. Zach enjoys spending time with Hannah, and they talk a lot. He asks her if she'd want to hang out over the weekend, and she says she'll let him know. But then, Hannah's father shows up again, giving Zach a final warning to stay away, or he'll regret it. Zach retreats to his house, trying to focus on studying. But he starts hearing noises from Hannah's house. Hannah crying, her father yelling. He hears Hannah say she wants to make friends and go outside, but her father shouts no. Zach even thinks he hears Hannah getting hit. He calls the police, but when they arrive, Hannah's father claims she's been gone for 2 days, visiting her mother in another city. Zach insists he just saw her, but when the police search the house, they can't find Hannah anywhere. Zach's mom apologizes to Hannah's father, but Zach is convinced he's hiding her somewhere. Confused and worried, Zach reaches out to the school friend who invited him to the party. He tells him about the situation, how he thinks Hannah's being held prisoner. They decide to help her, waiting for a chance to sneak into her house. When Hannah's father leaves, they seize the opportunity. But inside, they can't find Hannah. They venture down to the cellar, where they find a trap. Escaping that, they notice a bookshelf filled with locked books, all written by the same author, who mysteriously disappeared. Then Hannah appears, startling them. In the commotion, one of the books falls and breaks open, emitting a strange light. A giant white gorilla, seemingly straight out of the book, appears and attacks Zach's friend. But Zach manages to protect him. The gorilla, whose name is Snowman in the book, escapes the house, causing chaos. Another book unlocks. Zach, his friend, and Hannah flee to an ice rink, hoping the cold will help. Hannah realizes they need to get Snowman back into the book, but he knocks it away. They hide, but Snowman finds them. Just as he's about to attack, Hannah's father appears, trapping Snowman back in the book. He takes them away, looking furious. Zach suspects Hannah's father is the author of the books. Back at his house, Hannah's father tells Zach to forget everything he's seen. Zach pleads for an explanation. Hannah's father reveals that he was a sickly child, confined to his house. He started writing stories to cope with the loneliness. But now, the characters he created are coming to life, and he's been trying to keep them locked away. He tells Zach it's too dangerous to stay there, and they need to gather the books and leave. But then, they notice another book has opened, and a ventriloquist dummy, Slappy, is sitting nearby. Hannah's father tries to trap Slappy back in the book, but Slappy burns all the books and creates an army of toys, which attack them. Zach and his friend manage to burn the toys, but they reform. They barely escape the house, only to find that Slappy has released all the monsters from the books, and they're wreaking havoc on the city. They realize they have to find Slappy. Zach suggests that Hannah's father write a new story, one where all the characters return to their books. Hannah's father agrees, but says the typewriter he uses to write is hidden at the school. They get in the car and head for the school, but a giant praying mantis, another character from the books, stops them on the way, destroying their car. They run to a nearby supermarket, but a werewolf is inside, devouring meat. It turns to attack them. They manage to shut the door, but the werewolf breaks through. Just then, Zach's aunt, who used to live in the city, arrives and hits the werewolf with her car, knocking it into a dumpster. Zach tells his aunt to go get his mother. To get to the school, they have to pass through a graveyard. Zach notices Hannah glowing in the moonlight, and then all the corpses rise from their graves and attack them. They barely make it through the gates. At the school, as they're searching for the typewriter, Hannah's father reveals to Zach that Hannah is also a character he created. He was lonely and wanted to create a companion, so he wrote a book and brought Hannah to life. That's why he kept her hidden, so no one would find out. Even Hannah doesn't know the truth, and he doesn't want to hurt her. Zach realizes Hannah's father is a good man. Hannah finds the typewriter. Hannah's father tells them to lock all the doors so no monsters can get in. He'll type the book in peace, and they can stay somewhere else in the school. They head to a school party happening in the hall. Zach warns everyone to be careful because the monsters are coming, but the giant praying mantis is already there. Zach tells everyone that the author is typing a book in the school to send the monsters back. They need to protect him. They start barricading the doors. Outside, Slappy arrives with all the monsters. He burns the books and builds his army, preparing for battle. Inside, Hannah's father is typing the book, but Slappy appears and injures his fingers, preventing him from typing. Zach and Hannah arrive and help him get to safety, taking the typewriter with them. Hannah's father is distraught, knowing that if he can't find a solution, the monsters will never return, and the world will be destroyed. He comes up with a plan. Slappy will chase me so it can lure all the monsters from the school. Outside, Slappy sees a school bus pulling away and assumes the group is inside. He leads all the monsters to the bus. But when they open the doors, it's empty. It's a trap, and the bus is set to explode when the doors are open. All the monsters on the bus, and it explodes. Zach, his friend, Hannah, and her father are driving away in another bus. They head back to the amusement park, where Zach begins to type the story Hannah's father dictates. Monsters are still alive. Zach and Hannah have visited the same park in the first visit to park. The Slappy arrives, unlocking the last remaining book. A powerful monster appears. Hannah's father tells Zach to write the rest of the story himself, and he goes to confront the monster. Hannah's father faces the monster, and it swallows him. Zach, his friend, and Hannah finish writing the story, but Slappy sees them and sends the monsters after them. They were sitting at the amusement park ride, and they were at accident because of the attack of one of the monsters. Fortunately, they were secure. The Slappy thought, how could someone type the book faster? And he was unaware of the thing. Zach has typed all things, so all monster must be end and go to the place back. Now the task was to open the book, and the light flashing must open with this, and all must be in the book again. The last task was to open the book with light and go to the monster place. And Zach tried to stop, but couldn't control anything. Now Hannah wanted to meet her again and reveal the thing. Now that was time to meet her and say the words, that's going to be. Hannah knows that Zach is right. I know it, but I didn't want to hurt you. The real thing will hurt you, the thing. I am not human. Hannah snatches book from Zach. At the end, she opens the door, and the light comes to make all monster again at the place. Hannah moves with the monsters. I don't want this, but what to do? Zach was dejected and tried to stop, but this will be end. Now Hannah moved to the place. The city was being routine, and Zach was missing Hannah. One day, he meets with Hannah's father, and he was hired professor at school. After the school, they were talking about the Hannah. Now, Zach saw the view of Hannah, and Hannah's father said, look what I did. I made a new book so Hannah can come. I know what you feel, and Hannah is too. Zach and Hannah meet, and father says something about new and was feeling happy. Hannah's father was working on it, so someone types the thing. The invisible boy, revenge was coming. The thing was so bad to take revenge, and new things come. The thing was so that movie was end, and the goosebumps of father comes. Enjoying the story? If you like this content and want more exciting stories and explanations, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support means a lot.